gentlemen, boys and motherfucking girls, welcome to another episode of Let's Keep It a Buck, the hottest podcast in the land. And I'm about to stat pad with the stat, you know what I'm saying? We now have 6,000 plays across all streaming platforms.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
That's what I'm talking about, baby.
Yeah, we're kind of YouTube now because that's honestly where most of our views come from. So we about to pull a Westbrook for this one. Glad y'all can join us again. Now, as you can see, my background is a little different. I'm in North Carolina for the next month and a half. Just visiting family, spending time with them, especially with the Ronies and shit. Also, the lighting might be ass this week, so I'm gonna try to get better lighting for this week. And it would have been better if I had more sunlight, but my man Wordu had to be late for today, but it's all good. It's all good.
My apologies, guys. You know, there was traffic. I was at my girl's place, so we're ready to go, guys. Let's keep it a buck.
Let's keep it a buck, head ass. Yeah, shout out to the people listening on the audio platforms too. We still get around like 200 a week, which, you know, we highly appreciate every single one of them. But a special shout out again to the YouTube viewership. We now have 3 straight weeks of 1,000 views. You know what I'm saying? That's a big number.
Coming up.
Let's clap it up, guys. Let's clap it up. Good job, Dom. Good job.
Just a little hint for the next couple of weeks, bro. We got some big plans coming up. So y'all better stay tuned for that. We got a couple of topics this week, as usual. Not really a busy week in the NBA world, but we got something for y'all. But before we get into that, we got my co-host over here. We got Dom. We got Wordy. We got Justin. Say what's up to the people, bro.
What up?
What up?
Shout out to Justin, bro.
Yeah, what's up, bro?
Justin's always the last one.
I had a burp in my throat. I had to get out. All right.
All right, before we move on, bro, can we talk about Wordu's fit right now?
Hey,
Man,
you know what I'm saying?
Let's deep dive into the fit, bro.
You know what I'm saying? I got
Is
the
that
full
real,
chain.
though? Is that real?
Hey, don't worry about that, bro. You know what I'm saying? I got it
There
on.
you go.
I got
The
it
plug
on.
chain.
Not real.
He looked like
Where's the shirt
Dude,
from?
what's his name?
my nigga, you're about to pop out that Baby
H&M.
Gap shirt. That's from Baby Gap. That is from Baby Gap, nigga.
Baby cap.
Kanye
Nigga, you're
West
about
baby
to
gap.
pop
Don't get
out
it
that
twisted.
shirt, boy. What do you mean?
Hey,
That
you
shirt is
like
from your
it, though.
fresh. That shirt is from your freshman year in high
Yo,
school.
that's the worst fit I've seen all week, bro.
My man's reminiscing in the past with that shirt.
You really trying to be a
Small-ass shirt.
backpack rapper. Crazy.
That nigga look fresh out of 2011. You like you about to start jerking across my screen, like boy.
That ass. But how have y'all been this week, man?
Been good, man. Just working, living, surviving, trying not to catch this Rona because it's still out here. Hope people ain't forget that Rona's still out here. It's still out here, running wild.
It is.
God. It's hitting that second spike too. That second wave.
I saw not California. Florida had the highest number of new cases like 2 days ago or something.
Yeah, it's
Illinois
essentially shifting from the northeast to the south, pretty much.
Back again.
Which
Illinois
is
might
perfect.
shoot up because they're I heard like a couple days ago, well, probably a week ago now actually. They're trying to initiate phase 4, as in like opening everything fully like normally, like like going back to normal. I'm like, that's kind of
In North Carolina?
No, Illinois.
Yeah.
Oh.
They just made it you illegal to not have a mask down here. Like you have to wear a mask if you go in anywhere.
It's illegal in North Carolina?
Yeah, you got to have a mask. Like if, like I was driving earlier just to take my girl to work. They
Even
got to
in
have
the
like
car?
6 masks. Yeah. Well, no, not in the car, but you got to have. I mean, a lot of people are driving without them, and I drove past a couple cops that gave me that look. But because of the whole times and everything, no one wanted to do nothing because I had no mask on. Because I had no
Where's
mask.
your mask, boy?
They gave you
Not
the free
this
pass.
month.
Not this month. Not right now. If it, 3 months
Juneteenth
ago,
just passed, bro.
3 months ago, it would have been a problem. 3 months ago, I got yanked out the car. Where's your mask, boy? Like, where's the
What's your mask,
Now?
boy?
But now, them niggas like, oh,
Times
you
have
got a mask?
changed.
Keep an eye on them. Can't do nothing right now. But yeah, but that's actual law though. Like every business is posted up on windows. At least in Greensboro, it is. I don't know about everywhere else in North Carolina. If
It's
they're
like that in
posting it
Texas,
everywhere.
too.
You know, I
they
just
gotta
got here
post
like
it.
3 days ago, so I haven't really seen much. But
yeah, it's posted everywhere. Like you got to have a mask to enter said business and all that.
yeah, I think entering buildings masks are still required nationwide, but I saw
That's
a
reasonable.
post. The baby had a concert in Atlanta yesterday.
What?
He did?
Yeah, he had everyone take like temperature checks and shit, but like we already know like there's like asymptomatic people. Like you can have
Especially
no
young
symptoms and still
people.
have
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
I never
Everyone
saw
there
the
could have
point
had
in
no
that.
symptoms.
And it was like a nightclub. There was like 1,200 people in there, and the baby just wanted to perform live. So, I mean, hopefully that that doesn't spread, but it
That
probably
nigga
will
bold as
because
fuck, bro.
yeah. But
That's crazy.
all you can really do is stay safe out there. But anything else, man? Y'all just been
Just counting
grinding
down
this
the
week?
days to the NBA comeback, man. That's all I'm ready for.
Facts.
Life
Yes,
is,
man.
is
You guys do anything for Independence Day?
hell no.
Not about that? No.
No. Nah, let me stop playing. Like, I ain't have shit to do. I don't fuck with people, especially because of Rona. I don't fuck with people anyway. But I ain't had nothing to do. And apparently, I'm like the only black person in my area that would say Happy 4th to people. I was getting all types of meme mugs from niggas. I'm like, yo, Happy 4th of July. Happy what, nigga? Like, okay.
Oh,
My
okay.
bad,
okay,
brother.
okay.
My bad, brother.
I
Happy
see that.
belated
I see that.
Juneteenth, my brother.
Happy belated
Yeah,
Juneteenth.
Like, you can't. It is illegal to be
Hey,
black
yo.
and celebrate 4th of July now. Like, it's
Yo,
crazy.
4th of July is gonna turn into Columbus Day by next year, bro.
No.
Low key,
Every-
bro.
Indigenous Peoples Day.
Yeah, like every Columbus Day, like the past 2 to 3 years, it's just been just shitting
Hell.
on Christopher Columbus.
Everybody gets
And-
the day off and day out of school and then
Hey,
talk shit about
yeah.
Columbus all day.
Yeah, I
Can't
mean,
complain with the day off.
yeah, with the topics we have today, I think we'll end up talking about a little bit politics at the end with the Kanye shit.
Kanye
But,
2020.
Yeah, we'll
I'm
get
trying to
into
tell y'all, man.
hey, we'll get into that later. We'll get into that
Warner's the
later.
dumbass.
So you guys
Warner's
didn't
the
explode
dumbass.
anything yesterday?
Dumbass. What he
No,
say?
But hey,
not.
look what's happening.
You guys
bro.
didn't explode anything? No? No
No,
fireworks?
no.
Fireworks, nah.
We
All
saw
my
the
neighbors
fireworks on
were-
ABC, but that's about it.
We had
My
some-
neighbors was popping off
some
fireworks.
big boys.
Yeah.
It's also
Did you
a
do
blood moon
anything?
too. No one cares about that.
Word do? We know what word you did. That's
For
what
me,
I was thinking.
not really. Just made food in the house. Had a little kickback at the place. I don't really do too much for holidays. Holidays haven't been the same for like the last 2-3 years for me. I don't know. Even birthdays, I don't even celebrate birthdays like that. So.
Anything that requires celebrating ain't been the same since I turned 18.
Yeah, once you get
Everything
older, it's kind of just like,
It's kind of
give
pointless.
me,
Like, why would I celebrate myself getting older, closer to death? Like,
just give me Chick-fil-A and call it a day, you know.
Facts. Show me you love me.
That's a fact, man.
Cordoba.
Yeah, but with the NBA, there's been another slow week as usual. Like deadass, all we've been doing is just waiting for the NBA to come back, and I'm really surprised I can even gather shit for this week. But it's mostly cumulative because we had Low on last week. Shout out to Low. If you haven't seen that episode yet, pretty great episode if I say so myself.
The best.
But
Really good.
yeah, we're just. But this week it's been about a bunch of players coming out with positive corona tests, and a couple of players opting out of playing in Orlando. So this week we have Victor Oladipo, who chooses to miss Orlando for rehab instead.
Ooh.
Victor Oladipo.
Whoa.
But
Oh
he did come back, though.
no.
Hey, y'all relax. He's
Back like 10
Nigerian, all right? That's my brother.
Oladipo isn't playing. Oh.
We also have Gordon Hayward saying that he's gonna stop playing as soon as his wife gives birth, which we'll get into a little later, just
That's
a little
different.
bit.
I respect that. I respect that.
Because he can't
But-
come back once he leaves, can he?
Can't make fun of that one.
Yeah. We also got Landry Shamet, who tested positive for corona. So,
Who?
bro, you're the one who told me about it.
Me?
Man, leave Landry Sherbert alone, bro. My man.
Landry Sherbert. Yeah, but Landry
Leave him alone, man.
Shamet, he will not be traveling with the Los Angeles Clippers because of the Ronies.
Oh, big blow, big blow.
Trevor Ariza is also sitting out. Avery Bradley's also sitting out, but that's because he needs to take care of his son who has a condition on top of the distraction stuff. So can't really blame him for that.
Can't make fun of that one.
Did JR sign with the Lakers? Did he do that yet?
Yes,
I saw he
JR
was
is with the
working on it.
Lakers. I think
Jesus
Dion's
fucking Christ.
actually gonna play. Because
Oh
they
my
signed him
God.
before.
JR. My guy.
But
we got
let's go back. Let's go back to Hayward real quick because I just feel like he's already saying that he's leaving in September when his wife is due. Which again, I fully respect. Like I don't have a problem with that. But my thing is, why not just say you're not going now? Because wouldn't it damage their team chemistry and like it's already hard to implement Gordon Hayward.
He want that money. That's why he want them game checks before you leave. That's what it. That's all it is, man. He want them game checks.
Max Money Hayward, bro.
You gotta think about it. All the players that, if I'm not mistaken, all the players that chose to sit out, are those not players who got pretty decent to good deals in the past couple years? If I'm not mistaken, Mark, he got a pretty. Did he not just get an extension with the Celtics?
I know he got an extension, but I don't know for how much.
I mean, if you get an extension,
but he's not sitting up though.
Yeah, Marcus Smart.
Oh, I thought he was.
Got a big contract.
Because he tested positive, right?
I'm about to say anybody after 2016.
Well, yeah, but he's not going to have it in 30 days.
That was in the beginning.
Yeah, that was in March. Yeah. My bad.
Only people that are sitting out are people who are well off. Like, they don't really need the money. I mean, not going to blame you. I mean, It is what it is. It's tough. It's going to make the league, well, I'm not going to say it's going to make the league less enjoyable because the players that are choosing not to play, I mean, like, are y'all really competing anyway? Like, is it? Yeah. Where y'all gonna make a difference?
No, but like, I think a lot of people didn't really expect the people to opt out to be like players. Like, I think there's a population out there that thought the people that were gonna sit out were just like bench warmers, and the names I just named off, like Victor Oladipo, Gordon Hayward, Avery Bradley, those are all starting caliber players. Landry Shamit's a pretty big part of the Clippers. Same thing with Trevor Ariza. So
I mean, but though that population, that same small population of people, I would say it's fucking retarded because why would like bench warmers are the guys who need, they're the more likely of NBA players that live check to check. Like they're the kind of guys, they're gonna need their money. They're not making 10 mil plus. They're not making some of them are making 5 mil plus. Some of these dudes are making 2 mil a year, which you break that down, I mean, compared to other guys, it's not a lot. So they need that money. They got bills, they got family, they got responsibilities. Probably off the court, they tried to get popping, especially first and second year players. This is a whole new thing for them. So they really need that money. So me personally, I was expecting superstars to be like, nah, I'm good. I don't want to play. That is what I was fearful of. I was scared the top guys are going to be like, yeah, you know what? We're just going to sit this out. Then the NBA comes back looking like the G League. I'm like, okay, now this is like whack. But it's just, I mean, it's key players, don't be wrong, but a lot of the superstars are still playing, which I'm happy with. Like, I'm really not upset about it. Like, the guys that are choosing not to play, all fairness to you, some of you got valid reasons. The other ones, I mean, hey, it is what it is. You don't want to risk it. That's fine. Ain't gonna blame you for that. But I'm ready for the season. Like, I can't wait.
The one that's opting out that I think makes the most sense is probably DJ, because not only did he test positive, but he needs time to heal too. Because I think he was injured, right?
Yeah,
DJ?
I don't think he played much this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he actually
that Nets team was a disaster.
2 reasons to sit out. So that nigga definitely has a reason to sit out. Dwight, I don't know. What did Dwight test positive?
I thought Dwight was gonna sit out because of the
distraction element.
Stuff. Yeah, the distraction.
He was saying that with Kyrie, which I mean, hey, you ain't show up for the Lakers in 2013 in the playoffs. Why did I expect anything different? You know, like hey.
Yeah, he's undecided right now, so I don't know about that.
And we don't care about Davis Bertans, right?
Had ass. I mean, he's a good player on the Wizards.
A good player, but it's the Wizards. Like,
I mean, I guess my question is, with the way the playoffs are set up, do y'all think this is gonna be, compared to a regular NBA championship, is this gonna be easier or harder? Because I've seen that floating around.
Harder to win?
Yeah, to win.
Harder.
I think there's more opportunity for teams that you wouldn't expect to even make a push to. I think it'll be a little bit easier.
Oh, you're tripping. You had me for a second.
I won't say easier, but there's more opportunities. I'd say that for teams that you wouldn't expect to be in the playoffs to be in the playoffs.
So wouldn't that make it harder?
Plus, you don't know what's
more
going to
teams to
happen.
win. That makes it harder.
More people could opt out. I mean, they're not starting for another 20, 30 days.
No, it starts July 30th, right?
Yeah.
30.
That's
Yeah.
20, 30 days.
Yeah, I forgot what day it was. My bad. It's been like one long day for me. I'm sorry.
I just don't know if these playoffs, if they're representative of the 2019-2020 season. Because this shit is literally happening 4 months after the. Like y'all seen Jason Tatum this week? Man, looking like Jay Critch. He is looking like Jay Critch out there, bro. And you're telling me that Jason Tatum is supposed to represent, and these standings are supposed to represent the Jason Tatum we saw 3 to 4 months ago. And same thing with Zion and shit. Like Zion's probably developed. He's lost like 20. Jokic is literally a whole different person.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
I mean,
I just don't know how to put it into context with everything.
I mean, you can just look at it as it was a pandemic season. Like it was it was
just one of those pandemic seasons.
It was once in a life. It was a once in a generation type of a season. To where like something like this is not. At least I hope. Knock on wood. I hope nothing like this happens again. Like this is just something. This is an anomaly. It's something that's like I'm trying to find like the words for it. It's just something that's just not happened before. It won't happen again. So it's like how do you go normally about it? Like there's no going normally about anything right now. Like anything you try to do, you have to do it differently than you did before, and it just changes. Now, I don't think these playoffs are going to be a representation of the season that just passed. That's been over. These playoffs are literally just going to be these playoffs. Whatever happens in these playoffs is going to be strictly because of the pandemic and these playoffs. Zion looking like he lost about, like you said, 15, 20 pounds, and he was like, he's a little yoked. Zion 2.0 in the playoffs. It's playoff Zion. Like, that's what it is. You had regular season, chubby Zion. Now you got playoff Zion.
Like Bron Deadass got gray hairs now. Like that just didn't exist like a couple months ago. He gray hairs. But like to this extent, it might just be because he didn't shave.
I mean, no. It was the just for men that was doing them right. Yeah. That's what it was. He had the clippers right. He had the barber hooking him up all the time, so you didn't notice it. This pandemic exposed a lot of people. It exposed a lot of people, me included.
I think the Celtics might be. They might be a sleeper team that like I'm like people will listen to this and be like, oh, it's the Celtics fan, but like we got Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown coming in from 22 to 23-year-olds, and they were already like leaping the second half of the season. So I don't know. I just think that squad might be more talented than what they seem on paper.
And the LA Lakers.
So got the Sixers.
Yeah.
If Embiid is healthy,
the video I put in the chat.
What chat?
The group chat. You saw the video I posted about Max Kellerman talking about the Sixers being like one of the biggest sleepers.
What was Max?
The biggest what?
Biggest threat.
Biggest threat. They're biggest.
No, the biggest sleepers. The biggest sleeper.
They're the biggest disappointment. Of
Max Kellerman's a big Philly fan. So.
Biggest disappointment. What?
Yes, they are. Bro, you can't tell me that like that team was supposed to be better.
Trust the process.
That's a fact.
Honestly,
that's a fact, bro.
Honestly, this team wasn't even supposed. Look how this team is constructed 2 years ago. And when people were starting to believe in the process, if you was to tell me 2 years ago that they would go out and they would give Tobias Harris max money, Al Horford a big deal, and bring over Josh Richardson, I'd be like, the fuck are they doing? Like what?
Yeah. And the construct of what they're trying to do, it makes sense though.
And people were like, they have the best starting five in the East, but they're not even.
I don't agree with the financial situation, but the pieces that they chose to go after, I agree with. But paying them that much money.
Al Horford?
Why not?
Why would you?
I think they went after Embiid. What? They went after Horford just to get rid of him on the Celtics. First
as
of all,
competition, yeah. I mean, eliminate the competition, but you eliminated your competition to hurt you in the long run. Does that make sense? Like he's on
they gave
your
him
books.
like a 4-year deal.
Yeah, you have to get him off your books. And let's be honest, you're gonna have to get fleeced in the deal. You're not gonna fleece no one in the Al Horford deal. You're gonna get fleeced. So you're gonna have to give up Al Horford for even lesser players. And like, what was the end goal here? You didn't want competition, so you
You know,
you
just
made
like I was
your
saying about
chances
Kanye,
of winning worse.
I'm gonna be right about the Sixers thing again. And I'm gonna be right
I
about
think-
Kanye.
process right
Be
now.
right about this.
Just
I
trust
think,
not
I
gonna
think,
see it
I
now.
think they thought
It's gonna
that the Celtics lost Kyrie. They're gonna lose Horford, and they're like, all right, the Celtics are out of the East, and the Bucks they're probably gonna lose Giannis after this year. So they probably thought after this year that the East was gonna be clear, but that just didn't play out the way it did.
Yeah, not
They
at
were
all.
sleeping on Fred Fleet. They didn't know he was coming.
Yeah, even the Raptors have a pretty good future with the core that they have, and I don't think they saw that coming at all. So now they're stuck with bad contracts for the next 3 to 4
Which is
years, pretty
terrible.
much.
Like, I mean, I'm not mad about the Tobias Harris deal. The Tobias Harris thing that makes sense. You need a guy that can shoot. You need a scorer. I get that at the 4 spot. I understand that completely. But put him at the 4, bring him, have him beat at the 5. Why? I mean, I get it. You need a 2. Josh Richardson, he had a good year. He's underperforming like a lot of guys do when it's time to get a contract. Time to get a contract, you play your ass off. You get the contract, you fall off. That's the number thing we know about this in the NBA. I just feel like that Sixers team could have been built way better. They could have went about that all season.
Every
way
team could have been
differently.
built way better.
No, every team could have been built way better.
The Heat could have been built way better.
No, the Heat actually are built perfectly for the Heat. The Heat
The Sixers are
You
built
talking about the
perfectly
Heat right
for the
now
Sixers.
or the Heat back then?
The Heat right now. The Heat right
The
now.
Heat right now are built pretty goddamn fine. They're
Yeah, I don't
And
think
I
you
think
can
the
build them
Sixers are
any
too.
better right now.
The only issue with the Sixers is their financial situation. That's it.
that's a big
issue.
problem.
That's a big issue.
That's
It
not
is.
something
It is.
slight.
But if they're trying to win now, like they have
But
to.
they're
They
not
have
winning
to go.
now. That's the problem.
That's what I'm
Well,
saying.
we'll see.
They're looking like they're looking like the Brooklyn Nets when they formed with KG and Paul Pierce right now.
And that's
Did we
why
think
I
the
said they're
Pistons were going to make
biggest
the finals
disappointment. Did we?
The
Who?
Pistons.
in 2004?
But that Pistons team was built entirely different. They were built as a team.
How?
And that was an
The Sixers are
all-time great
stars.
defensive team, bro. They were holding
they
teams
were
to like
winning.
under 70 points for like 5 games straight.
And they were winning. Like, that's the biggest difference. They were winning games. Like, they won. The Sixers have dropped a lot of games this season where it's like, bro, you shouldn't lose that game. Like, you have to win that game.
Yeah.
There's been questions about, like, people are actually questioning trading Ben Simmons to Joel Embiid now. That wasn't the case 2 years ago. That wasn't the case, I believe, a year ago.
So
It's
if
a
they
face now
make
because
the
they're not
finals this
winning.
year, will that be it? Will that be a discussion?
If they make the finals right now, I will eat
Will that
shit.
even be a discussion?
I will eat shit live on podcast.
Thank you.
I promise.
And when it happens,
If
I need
they
my
make
credit.
the finals, I will give you
I need
all
my
your
credit.
I will give you all your credit. I will
But when they
say it on
don't, what
podcast.
happens?
Yeah,
But
but
when
what
they
if they
don't-
don't?
Then
Your
I'll be
script is
wrong.
You
I'll
got
be
the
wrong.
wrong script, huh?
I
Your
didn't
script is
say
wrong?
anything about a script. I didn't say anything about a script. Though.
Okay.
Not this episode.
Jesus.
I did not say
But
a single
if,
thing
if,
about.
the,
I
if
just
the
know what
Sixers
I know.
made it, then you're gonna be pulling up that script.
The
like you said,
best
all along.
defensive team
You're-
besides the Lakers and the Clippers are the Sixers.
The Bucks.
So the Bucks are fourth. They could be nothing wrong with being fourth. Nothing wrong with being fourth. Nothing wrong with that.
Interesting.
But offensively, what is that team? What is the Sixers offensively though?
I think they're top 10, top 15.
Are they?
Top 10, top 15? Yes.
I might have to look up the stats right now.
I'm
You
about
want
to
me to
say,
pull up the stats?
Top 10,
You might
top
have to look that one
15.
Who?
All right,
Come
hold
on,
You're
bruh.
guessing.
All right.
Yeah, that's
all
a
right.
guess. That's a vague guess. You're putting
Top
them
10 to 15? And if
top-
they're top
so
10 to
anywhere
15,
from
that's
10 to-
mediocre. First of all, that's mediocre.
That's what I'm saying. So
top 10. If they're
How
if
is
they're
that hard to
top
believe?
15, if they're 15, 14, that's middle of the pack.
Yeah.
but if they're top 2
Nah, Debo's another
or
one.
top 3 defensively, why does that matter? If they're top 2 or top 3 defensively, why does that matter?
Okay,
That team
so on,
individually is just constructed to make the finals, bro. They're gonna make the finals, bro.
bro, on offense, the Sixers are 18th.
Okay.
That is below average.
What are the Celtics in offense?
The Celtics in offense are 5th.
That's
What are they
above
defensively?
average.
The Celtics are 4th defensively. You know where the Sixers are? 6th.
Okay.
Hey, wait, fourth isn't bad. That's what he said, right?
It's
The
not.
Celtics are
For
four.
the Celtics are
It's
4th.
not. I'm not sleeping on the Celtics. I'm not. I'm just saying the Sixers are a more viable team defensively to compete against the Lakers. That's all I'm saying. I'm only talking about the defensive side of the court. Offensively, they have their question marks, obviously.
Big one.
It just depends on
18th in the
Tobias
league.
Harris and Josh Richardson.
18th? I
18th,
missed that.
bro.
My fault. I muted. I had to talk my
Yeah, no, I saw that. You
18th?
good. 18th, bro.
Oh my god.
The Wizards, the Thunder, the Pelicans, the Suns, and the Pacers have a better offense than them.
The Wizards have a better. That is,
and they're all not making the playoffs. So why does that matter?
Why do the Wizards have a better offense than you?
They're not
and look at
making
the
playoffs. These stats don't matter.
A lot. Okay, but when you get into the playoffs and you run into a Celtics who have a
we're taking
top 5
a 4-month sample.
No.
And we're using that to justify them not making the finals off of a 4-month sample that happened in the regular season.
Off of what they did in the season, I would definitely like to use what they did in the season.
It's a different circumstance now.
Is it? Did they get better?
Yes. It's different. It's literally the situation is different now. They're all playing in the same arena. There's teams that could potentially make the playoffs that had no chance of even making the playoffs before.
We're talking about the Sixers.
And they're making the finals. We're talking about the
Sixers. You just told me there's a difference because everyone's gonna play in the same arena. So because they're playing in the same arena now,
I'm saying the situation is different.
Ben Simmons is gonna be able to shoot now, huh?
I never said that.
You said it's different. It's gonna be a different. It's different.
I'm not
because they're playing in Orlando. It's gonna be a big difference, right?
You see what Dom does, BSOLZ? He just deflects. He deflects from my points. That's not once did I say anything about this. About that, I said the situation that they're playing in is different. I didn't say that.
So what's
they're going to magically evolve into 3-point shooters?
Change that offense? That's damn near rated 20.
I never brought up offense. I'm talking about defensively. That is going to be the key in them making the finals.
Okay, but if you're talking about a team who is 6th defensively and 18th offensively, going up against teams that
based
are top
off of what happened before.
Again, if the Bucks, I would love to assume is top 5 both defensively and offensively in the league. You run into the Bucks, you have a problem because now you're not going to be able to score.
You have a problem. I'm not saying they're not. I'm saying they have a more viable sleep. They would be the team that honestly, I could see them beating the Lakers. I could see it. I could see it.
Bro,
I can see it.
Honestly,
all I'm saying is if the 04 Pistons is your counter argument, the 04 Pistons are one of the biggest anomalies in NBA history.
Just like this season.
I know that. But you wouldn't expect that team to make the finals if you just on paper.
But that's what I'm saying. That's an anomaly.
But off paper on the court,
the Sixers can't be an anomaly?
Okay, but
the 04 Pistons.
So your argument is pretty much there's a possibility that it could happen. So
y'all acting like it's not even a possibility that they can make the finals.
There's a possibility any team can make the finals.
It's not even possible. It's not even possible.
Think it's possible. I don't think it's possible. No, I don't.
Is it not even possible for them to make the finals in this situation that we're in?
It's
now?
obviously possible, but you're making it seem like it's a guarantee, pretty much.
I'm not saying it's a guarantee. I'm saying it's 75%, 80%.
If that's the case,
80%
Zion in the finals because it's possible.
Yes,
Zion in the finals, baby, because it's possible. Because the Pelicans are because the NBA wants that Laker Pelicans matchup.
Okay, so if you know that they want that, how is that not a possibility then?
Hey,
how is that not a possibility?
I'm using your logic, word, dude. I got the Pelicans in the finals. I'm sorry, Lakers.
That's logic that you just brought up.
It seemed logical. It seemed logical, but we're going
from a business perspective.
We're not going with logical. We're going with possible. So because it's possible, that's what I'm going with. Okay. Pelicans in the finals. Okay. I'm going with possible.
Next topic.
Next topic. Oh, that's how you know it's over. When he hits the next topic, it's a wrap.
The BSOLZ next topic is killer, bro. That's just killer.
The podcast after the fucking Sixers are in the finals, we're all gonna want to kill ourselves.
Oh man, I'm not showing
when they make the finals, I'm gonna just laugh. I'm gonna be on this podcast and I'm gonna just start laughing.
He's gonna be sitting here with this striped shirt telling us, "I told you so."
I told you
so. So do we conclude that it'll be easier or harder?
I think harder.
I think it'll be.
I'm honestly not sure. I think I'm gonna just wait it out. See how it goes.
For lower.
I think it'll be easier for the lower seeded teams.
I think. But if it's a 7-game series is literally a 7-game series is literally a 7-game series, so that there's a bigger sample size, so that it comes back to the average. Yeah, because it's not like March Madness where you lose one game and you're fucking out of here. But you got 7 chances and you have to beat a team 4 times.
Like you said, a lot of the teams are different now. Like they're using the seedings from the season, but.
Yeah, it's from the previous season. So how can you use that to base it on this situation that we're in now?
Because it's not a new season.
That's all I'm trying to say.
It's not a new season.
No,
What do
I'm
you-
saying
I
the
think- what are you
situation
gonna
is
base it off
different.
of?
I think the
It's
lower
a different
seeds.
format.
I think the lower seeds could take one, maybe two more games than they would have if this shit never happened. But
Yeah.
I don't think the possibility of a full on upset, like an 8 seed beating a 1 seed full on out in a 7-game series, I don't think it's gonna be that big of a difference. But
I'm not
I
saying
think
that.
I think it'll be harder for some. I think that can happen depending on the teams in that situation. Because
Yeah.
what you call it, Jared Dudley said this earlier when they were first talking about bringing back the season. Older teams are this situation is gonna take a hit on older teams. So teams like the Lakers, who we have faith in, who we're going based off the regular season, we don't know if every player was staying committed to a healthy diet, to working out,
true.
to staying in shape. Plus, you have to get all these players, every team, not just old players, every team, old, young, they have to get back into the flow of the offense. They have to get back into the rhythm of the game. Think about when the season first starts. Those first 10 to 15 games, you see a lot of bad basketball
that's a fact.
from a
man.
lot of great players
Mhm.
because they're trying to find the rhythm. They're trying to find their shot. Now everyone's claiming, "Oh, I've been doing nothing but working out in the off season." I mean, working out in the
But
time off.
it's different in game.
But-
Working out and playing are
It's
Yeah.
different in game. Yeah.
But all you guys, these are the same guys are saying, "I've done nothing but dedicated my time during the pandemic break." Are the same guys saying, "I've done nothing but dedicated my time in the off season to my game," and you still need 25, 30 games to get to where you were last year. So that's why I said it's gonna be harder. Some guys just aren't gonna have that extra gear. Now, which guys? I'm terrified to find out.
I mean, they
I just
still
hope it's
are
just
playing
not
like
my
10
guys.
games, though, right? What is it? 10 games before
Definitely not
they
LeBron.
start?
Yeah. I hope not LeBron.
I think they got preseason in quotes games starting July 22nd. But we're not even
Yeah.
going to be able to watch those.
Like scrimmage.
That's just for the team. Yeah, they're just scrimmages for the teams, and then they go into those eight-ish
like
games.
the qualifying games.
Yeah,
The qualifying games, and then the playoffs start. But
All I know is I would love to see the Pacers versus the Heat scrimmage for the first time. That's something I would love to see that. Uncanned, fucking no censors. I want to see that because I know Jimmy got a lot to say to TJ Warren bum ass. But that's
Oh no, I forgot all about that. Yeah,
Everyone forgot about that. I was waiting for that second game. Jimmy Butler said he circled that game. I was like, if Jimmy Butler is circling the game for TJ Warren, you know TJ said some shit that pissed him off. I got to see this game. I don't care if it's just. Go ahead.
the stories Jimmy Butler has with like the private stories that just come out like as rumors, they're on like MJ, like Kobe, Kevin Garnett levels for no reason.
Yeah, but have you seen him on JJ Redick's podcast? Did you see that?
No, I didn't.
Bro, you have listen. I was a big Jimmy Butler hater. I watched that, and hey, say what you want, change my mind. Change my mind completely. Like, I can see why players hate the media so much. I can see why some players like a DeMarcus Cousins would just lash out on media members because they do paint these guys in a real bad light, especially with us being fans. We're not in those locker rooms. We're not in those meetings. We're not at those practices. We don't know what happened.
Yeah.
We're getting second, third hand, fourth hand sources.
Yeah.
We're getting people that can't even, who are scared to put their name attached to what they're saying. Anonymous source says Jimmy Butler threw the ball at the GM. Like,
yeah.
and I'm victim of taking all that shit for face value. Like, oh, look at Jimmy. He's causing, like I was the main one. Jimmy's a headache. He causes problems. And it's just because of the stories I'm seeing. And because when you watch him play, it's believable. I mean, you can see it. Niggas, when you get chippy 12 times in 2 games, it's like, I can see if someone can say you're hard-headed. But it's just, I don't know. I don't know where I was going with that. I just trailed off.
Yeah, no. Even with my shit, like, even with the shit I tweet out, like, I try to add as much context as possible and try to be as factual as possible. But at the end of the day, like, I'm not in those locker rooms and shit. I can only talk about so much. So I'm gonna say right now, if I'm ever misinformed on my analysis, I'm sorry. You know, I'm not trying to. I'm not trying to mess with these players' reputation and shit. But also, as a side note, the sun's out, so it's like completely dark in my room. So if the lighting is ass, my apologies. We'll get that fixed for next week. But aside from that, the only other news was they're allowing NBA players to put messages on their back for social messages. It looks like Word has something to say, but let me just read off.
I don't see what that does to solve the problem. I honestly don't see what that does.
It does nothing. It does absolutely
nothing. I'm gonna just read them off real quick.
Not all of them.
Just like the whole time down there, pretty much.
Oh, shit,
so a couple of them is Black Lives Matter, obviously. Say their names, vote, I can't breathe, justice, peace, equality, freedom, like that type of shit. So
not only are they allowing players,
the players don't get to pick.
They pick what the fuck goes on the back of the jersey. Like they pick, hey, you guys can have nicknames, but they got to be one of these 30 sanctioned.
They pretty much handpicked it. So you can't say like if you just happen to be more conservative and say like Blue Lives Matter or some shit, like you can't.
First of all, you got to be a brave motherfucker in the NBA to be like, you know what? I'm going to voice my conservative views right now in a 90% black dominated sport. Like, yeah, I'm going to use my time now.
I would watch that game.
That shit, listen, let me tell you. I'm going to be the first to say
going to be Bad Boy Pistons versus Chicago,
man.
And the rest won't give a shit either, bro.
Listen,
I swear, bro.
I'm going to say this before Word even gets a chance to say this. That don't mean shit. That you can put whatever message. It doesn't mean shit. Just like with all these fucking, with fucking Activision and Rockstar shutting down online servers in solidarity to Black.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck does that do? Like, now I can't play 2K for an hour because y'all want to show solidarity. What the fuck is it doing? What are you helping? You're preventing niggas from being happy right now, but you're helping? Like, what? You're showing support by making us unhappy. I don't get it. I understand it. Like, companies don't want to be seen as, oh, we're saying nothing. Yeah. So we don't want to look like
I get that.
We want to let them know that we're behind them before they start burning our shit. You know, I don't want to be Target. Like, let's not be Target. I don't want to get targeted. Like, that's the whole premise behind all these companies doing stuff. But none of it's helping. None of you are going out and like promoting your fucking staff to do anything in the communities. None of you like are having these big ass. None of these big ass companies are doing anything for anybody. Y'all are just voicing that, hey, we're with y'all, so y'all don't get mad at us and say we didn't say anything. That's about as worse as not. I'd rather you not say a goddamn thing than fake it. Don't fake it.
Because even with the Cap shit, like I'll say this. The same people who were silent when Cap did his shit are the same people saying Black Lives Matter now. Facts. Just because it was a thing to do. You know what I'm saying? Because back then it would have affected your money if you said something, but now it's gonna affect your money if you don't say shit. So it's all really a business thing. I mean,
you seen the
I mean, it's not gonna hurt though.
Fucking
it's Pete Carroll. It's not gonna hurt.
Fucking Pete Carroll came out and was like, "Oh, I wish I would have signed Cap years ago." Like, get the fuck out of here. Like, oh, you wish you signed Cap now? Now that everyone's mad about the cause, now that it's politically correct to say, hey, well, I'm not gonna say politically correct kneel during the anthem because niggas ain't doing that, but it's politically correct to stand against what's going on. Now that it's okay, now you wish you would have did something for Cap when he was the first one out of all the athletes to risk something, to voice his concerns, to try to raise awareness to this very thing. This thing that we're talking about, it took 2 years and countless more police murders for that man's point to be made. Like, no one sees the irony in this, and nothing's going to be done about it. Niggas ain't going to get Cap
I'll say this about Cap. I think a bunch of NFL teams are giving him a chance to try out. The only thing I don't want to see, did they already do it? Did the trials already happen?
Did that. The trials already happened. And he fucked them up.
So that's my thing.
He fumbled the bag.
If he's not qualified for the job, I don't want to hear people saying like it's a racist. Like, Cap has been out of the league for what, 2, 3, 4 years now?
Now. But
so if he's not qualified now, I just don't want to hear shit.
But like, the tryouts wasn't even because, like, the trials thing, he didn't fumble the bag because he wasn't qualified and didn't perform. He fumbled the bag because he was being extra. He was he moved the location last minute.
Yeah, he moved the location like an hour before.
He showed up with a posse like and had his own merch.
Yeah, it's kind of
he was doing OD
Cap
shit.
Merch.
Yeah, he was doing OD shit. Like, he was being real complicated about it. And then they was like, fuck it, we don't want to deal with this. We tried to throw you a bone and you ain't bite. Now, granted, fuck them niggas. Like you kicked me out of your league for protesting in a way that a military veteran asked me to protest. Fuck y'all, I don't want your bone. Fuck your bone, I'm gonna be difficult. I get that. But at the same token, nigga, that was your chance to get back in the league if you really wanted to play. You just showed
if you really wanted to do it,
you don't really want to play. Like, you're okay with the fact that Nike cut you a check to put some billboards up. You're okay with the fact that you already have money and you're probably making a good amount of money just being Kaepernick, the actor. Like, you're okay with that. And nothing's wrong with that, but don't make it seem like you want to play football and then you go out there and do shit like that. That's something I will say.
Yeah, I wouldn't make him out to be so much of a victim in that case, because like you had like, if you did ass in the tryouts and you did ass in the tryouts, you were given the opportunity, which is really what this is all about. But as soon as you get the opportunity, it's fair game from there. If you're shit at a basketball tryout, bro, you're not getting on the team. You know what I'm saying? No, if it just happens to be that out of the 20 people trying out, that 8 of them, the best ones, happen to be white, then it is what it is, But
okay. Wordu's upset. Look at this man. What do you
aside from Wordu, you got anything to say, bro?
He about to pop out that shirt. Go
That's
ahead.
what I'm saying. That shirt about to pop any second.
Smeedio.
Okay, this is the exact reason why I was so against LeBron saying, we should bring back the season so I could bring back awareness to fucking the whole police brutality shit. We don't need fucking awareness.
How did you?
This has been happening. Shut up. This has been happening for 400 fucking years. We don't need this shit. We already know what's going on. Black people are a bunch of at least ass niggas. Oh, at least they're letting us put hashtag Black Lives Matter on the board.
We get canceled, bro. We about to get canceled.
Oh, at least that. I don't care. I don't care. The problem is the fucking system in place that keeps doing this shit repeatedly. Stop painting Black Lives Matter on the fucking Washington shit like that's gonna solve anything. That doesn't solve shit. We already know what's happening. You doing that shit is that's just appeasing the Black Lives Matter crowd. That's not a definite solution to solving police brutality. If you want a definite solution, it might not be the right thing to do, but getting rid of the police department.
Okay, now you're by yourself.
Yeah.
That is something that's going to that's immediate change, right?
Like
that's
no
immediate change.
Yes, that'll be.
That might not be the right way to go about
Niggas
it. I'm not saying that's
crazy.
right. That's what I'm saying, but that's change. We need actual change. That's the problem. That's the problem. You putting Black Lives Matter on your fucking jersey while working. What is that doing?
Let him know.
What is that doing?
Man, preach, my brother. Preach, brother.
There's a bunch of at least ass niggas. Oh, at least LeBron put Black Lives Matter on his jersey. Oh, at least Adam Silver let him do this. That's not solving the main issue. There's a bunch of deflection that's going on. That's why I was so against LeBron being against Kyrie and him not at least being in the Zoom call to give his opinion.
You made this LeBron thing.
But the thing with the Kyrie shit is I was mad that they made it like they made it seem like the NBA was the answer to all the shits going on. Like,
it's not.
I mean, listen. All I'm saying is
it's way bigger than basketball. It's way bigger than basketball.
The play devil's advocate. Shit really hit the fan once the season got canceled. We can't lie. When they canceled the NBA, that's when every other sport got canceled. That's when shit really hit the fan. Everything really got shut down. Like, the NBA was really the frontliner for when shit hit the fan.
Didn't NHL get canceled first?
I thought they got canceled afterwards.
Ain't nobody care about no hockey, nigga.
Okay,
nigga, the NBA is the standard. NBA is the culture. That is the culture. Go ahead.
I'm just saying. All I'm saying is, one, you were speaking nothing but facts. He said that shit about the police. I'm not saying that we don't need no police.
Solving, bro?
But what I'm saying is, go about it how other countries go about it. I've seen this one graphic showing every other country's requirements to join the military. I'm not the military. Join the police force. It's basically like trying to join the military. It takes years of training. You got to go through this, that, and the third. You got to have a degree in this, that. Like, you have to actually put time in to do the job. And that's one of those jobs where you just can't give a nigga who, if I have a bad day, I'm just going to take it out on whoever Joe Schmo is on the street because I'm having a bad day. It's not a bad day type of job. And we have too many normal motherfuckers in the American police system who are just regular people. We don't need regular people being police officers. We need heroes being police officers. We need to separate the fucking few. We need to separate the few from the fucking majority. And that's what we need to do. That's the biggest change. Change how the police system is ran. Change the requirements to be an officer. Do that. Don't abolish the police force because what the fuck?
It's much more than
we still need. Yeah, we still need them. It's just there needs to be change in the system.
If somebody breaks in your house, who are you calling?
Ghostbuster.
I know, but I'm saying like it's much more than just the police, bro. It's an entire system. It's an entire system that's racist. It's not just the police. There's judges. There's lawyers. It's much more than just police brutality, bro.
What you're not understanding is, I get that and I understand that, but this country was built off of racism. Like that's what this country was built off of. There's no changing that. That's what this country is. This country's history is racism.
You think it can't be fixed?
If you really want to change it, if we really wanted to change it, we could.
It can't be changed. No, we can't.
But niggas is pussy. First of all, black people aren't. They're not built like you, Dom. They're not built like you, Dom.
Listen. If we wanted to change it, we would change it for the worse because we would create a civil fucking war and make shit worse.
Civil War Part 2?
There's no changing it for the better in this situation. There's no.
Sometimes you need sacrifice to change shit.
First of all,
people are scared.
Listen, take that Middle East shit on somewhere else. I'm not sacrificing my life. Fuck that.
That's what I'm saying.
Are you wearing a dickie right now?
That's what I'm saying.
Way out of line.
Niggas don't want real change. And then when shit like this happens, they act surprised. Why are you surprised? This has been happening since the beginning of time.
But I want real change. But
I'm logical enough, man.
I'm logical enough to realize we can't get real change because we're not even together. We're not even together as a people. We're not. Black lives only matter when a white cop kills a black person.
Oh yeah. I wanted to speak because the Black Lives Matter thing. It's a little too vague. Like there's no one specific.
It's too
goal.
It's too vague.
Like there's like different parts of like even with the defunding police shit. Some people want the police completely abolished. Some people just want to change the split.
I'm not saying it's right.
You know what I'm saying? So I think the whole thing is like there's a lot of like some people want. Like specifically to fix police brutality. Some people want general equality in Black Lives. Like there's a lot of shit,
and that's the problem. Like
it's not a cohesive movement. It's just
exactly.
It just sounds good, pretty much.
And that's why change will never come in this situation because we can't agree on what we want. Like motherfuckers is joking about it was what you call it 85 South show. Them niggas was joking about us getting respiration checks for slavery. They was like, that could never happen because niggas won't know what fucking number to say. Some motherfuckers gonna say a number
did you
too
say
low.
Respiration?
Yes, respiration checks. Respiration. How the fuck you say it?
Reparation.
Reparations. Yes, I said respiration. Fuck y'all. You good. Whatever. They said niggas won't know what number to say. Some will say a number too small. Somebody's gonna say something too fucking stupid that's unrealistic. No one can come together to create a solid plan on what we're going to do.
And then who gets it, who doesn't? You got to be this. You're going to be 63% and a half.
If we can't come together as a people to agree on what we want as a people, how the hell are we going to create change?
It's going to take something crazy like that to happen for us to unify. That's the only way.
So that's the only way, bro. This is my plan. This is what I feel should be done. Reiterate the Black Panthers, the real Black Panthers. Do that.
Yeah, the real
Black Panthers from the 70s that actually created change. They what they did it the legal way. They said, okay, y'all want to play games with the law? We're going to put the law in our favor. And they actually got laws changed because they scared people. Because it was like, oh, it is a band of Black people together doing things legally that we can't touch. We can't do nothing to them because
they can't touch Black unity, bro. They can't touch it, bro.
And what happens when you get Black unity? You get change. Shit change, and then they was like, yeah, we got to expand.
But there's too many coons, bro. There's too many, bro.
And there you go.
I just think the whole movement is too vague. In my opinion.
Another thing is you said you wanted like higher requirements, right? Word do.
Dom.
That was
The thing
I
is,
agree, though.
those are set by every single state, so you can't just make one change. You got to have changed 50 different times. Those are requirements by the state. I'm saying that's going to make it even harder.
Each state reforms
I'm not arguing
requirements to be an office.
Yeah,
yeah.
It's just the whole change. Like, I think
you got to get 50 different states to change, not just one.
Well, first of all, you can already eliminate fucking the South. You can eliminate them. They're not doing it. Anybody that flew a Confederate flag isn't doing it, so we can eliminate them.
I never understood that. Why are they flying? You're flying the loser's flag. Y'all lost.
But you understand
why are y'all flying this shit?
But if you listen to them, you know what they say? Oh, don't abolish our flag. That's our history. That is
y'all
history
lost.
Why are you proud of that
history to them? I don't understand it either. Why are you fucking proud of racist? Like, why are you? Because you're racist. There you go. Why are you proud of that? Because you are racist. And that's just, it's in the blood. This country was built off of that. So I'm not going to,
let's just take cancer in general, right? Like, cancer is a general disease, but cancer has
different forms of cancer.
Breast cancer awareness. They have, like colon cancer, different types of cancers. But what I feel like what Black Lives Matter is turning into is just like, to put it in the medical terms, it's like cancer lives matter. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's too vague. So I just think if they had smaller set goals, like let's say a police reform movement specifically for that, I just think it has to be more divided into instead of just a general movement.
I would say this: the Black Lives Matter movement, which I was never behind, because when it first started with that damn hashtag, I immediately didn't like it because they only.
It sounds like we're begging. What the fuck?
Not even that.
Black Lives should matter.
But the only time Black Lives Matter pops up is when an officer or a person
police brutality. That's what I'm saying.
Kills a black person. So are you telling me Black lives only matter when we lose our life to a white man? That's the only time our lives matter.
That's the only. That's what I'm saying, bro.
Don't matter in literally and I'm not trying to sound like one of those people, but we hate each other. Like, niggas know. Look at rich black people. They don't live by other black people. Why? They don't want.
They go to Calabasas.
They go and surround themselves with white people and then stay in the house so they don't know niggas live there. Like, that's what rich black people do. So what do the medium, middle class, poor niggas do? They stay around other niggas. And 9 times out of 10, if you're in a poor neighborhood, you're going against your brother 10 times out of 10. Why are Black lives not mattering in the hood every day? Why do Black lives only matter when they make it on Channel 4, Channel 12 news? That has always been my problem. That's why I can't get behind.
And that's the problem, because it's too vague. It's too it's too general of a statement, bro.
If the Black Lives Matter movement or fucking organization, whoever runs the bitch, if them motherfuckers took the initiative, if they took the initiative to actually try to create change in the black community first and actually fix us first, before you go out and try to fix shit across the country and fix shit with the government, fix us first, and then it will seem legit and seem real. We
had our own economy system. It's called Black Wall Street, bro. We had our own economy, bro.
I don't understand how we can just overlook us doing each other dirty, us not having businesses in our neighborhood, us having to go to this race and this race and this race to get shit done with our credit and fucking job. If we don't see the problem in that, why the fuck how are you gonna skip over that to try to fix some shit that you don't even know how to fix? Like, yo, no one had, like BSOLZ said, it's all divided. No one has the same argument on what to do. So what the fuck is gonna change? Nothing. All they're gonna do is let LeBron slap Black Lives Matter on his back and be like,
that is not doing shit. I don't want to hear no LeBron super fans say that's gonna. Oh, you're bringing awareness to. We've been aware for how long now?
Let's even look at the list that they have. Like, it's not just. There's a bunch of movements on this. You know what I'm saying?
I'm sure if a player made a big enough stink about
fucking
it, like,
say their name. That is
Nick
the
Bosa was like, I want to Blue Lives Matter or something.
Do you know how pissed I get when I hear say their name? What the fuck?
Say their name.
What is saying
Oh
that
my god, bro.
Oh yeah, what about that? They could get like
that black girl got
the
killed.
victims'
Say
names
her
on their
name.
shirt instead of their own.
Jessica got killed. What the fuck does that do? Say their name.
Hey yo,
That's why I say.
hey yo, we better get
Let's
canceled,
keep it
but it's
a
the
buck.
Let's Keep It
I'm
a
about
Buck
to say,
podcast, bro. It's
We're
the
not
Let's
gonna
Keep
get
It a
canceled
Buck
because
podcast.
we're keeping it a buck. We can't get
That's a
canceled. We're
fact.
keeping
That's
it
our
a buck.
brand. That's our brand, bro.
This podcast is not gonna lie to you. We're not gonna lie to you, bro.
BSOLZ, we're not going to
We're
get
not lying.
canceled. You want to know why? Because the only two black people on the podcast are the ones saying this. That's
We're
why not
saying
getting
this.
canceled.
They're not saying.
Y'all
We're saying
y'all
this.
not saying this. If you and Justin was saying this and me and Werder were just sitting here, we would have got canceled.
No comment. Black Lives Matter. No comment.
It was a wrap.
I'm just here so I don't get fined. No, I'm just kidding.
but
But
we're
you know,
saying
I try to give my input on shit. But
I'm gonna just
But
shut
we're
up
the
and dribble
ones
on
saying
this
the
one.
crazy. We're saying the crazy shit.
The
it's
crazy
fine.
shit.
We're
Yeah.
saying the crazy shit. We're the ones saying the cancel fucking worthy shit. We're saying it. So we're good.
yeah.
Keep it a
Hey,
buck.
but we're keeping it a buck, man. It's what we do. You know what I'm saying?
Let's keep it a buck. Let's
We
keep it
don't
a
know
buck.
either way.
The main reason we made this podcast was so we can talk about a lot of things, not just basketball, because you know you can only talk about basketball so much.
We only talk
I
about
mean, this is
basketball.
basketball. This is basketball
But
related.
you can only talk about East and West predictions and playoff predictions
Yeah.
and mock drafts and like it gets boring after a while. Like every
Sometimes you
podcast
just
I've done,
speak
it just
something.
ends up going like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So who's
Sometimes
gonna
you
win the
gotta speak that
championship?
shit.
Yeah, you just gotta talk that talk sometimes. But since we're kind of on that topic,
ass
anyways,
niggas.
Yeah, next topic.
next topic, anyways.
BSO's next topic.
Yeah, we're pretty much going into the political lane, anyways. But we got Kanye. Yesterday
Kanye
announcing that
2020.
he's running for
Kanye
president. So I
2020.
guess I'm gonna just leave the floor to
you guys
y'all,
want to see
man.
real change.
Man, listen.
I tried to tell y'all, man. I tried to tell. Hey,
It's
man.
easy.
Follow God.
It's simple.
Follow God, man.
You ain't got the answers.
Listen, it is real simple. You either want Donald Trump or Joe Biden, which are terrible picks, or you
Both
want
terrible.
Kanye. There you go. Like
Problem
we
solved.
Kanye.
Listen,
Problem
for the
solved.
past month.
Why not vote for
For
Kanye?
the
He's an
past
Obama
month,
too.
all people have been saying is, I don't even want to vote because why would I vote for Trump or Joe Biden? They're both terrible.
They stink.
Well, God just blessed you with the perfect candidate.
With
Kanye West.
Kanye.
2020.
He's not
He's the
going to lie to you.
If Kanye
He's going
is
to
the
tell
perfect
you how it is.
candidate, right?
That's
the only
No.
That's
He's not
tough, bro.
perfect. He's not perfect. He's not perfect.
He's
Let me
the
take that back.
he's the
He's not
perfect
perfect.
candidate, bro. Bro, listen.
At a
everyone
time like
knows-
this, he's perfect, though.
Yes,
Listen,
Kanye West.
everybody knows the
Because
election.
At a time like
was-
this.
Biden and Trump suck.
Listen.
ass.
Everyone
That's the
knows the
only
elections
reason.
are crocs of shit, man. Look at the last election. The people voted for Hillary and Donald still won. That should have been the biggest sign that y'all votes don't matter. So if your votes don't matter, vote for Kanye. Like, fuck it. Like, let them win by a landslide. And then they just pick whoever they want to put in there.
Bro, I said this last week. Like, I deadass have not seen someone who actually supports Joe Biden. Like, who
Never.
I
knows
haven't
exactly
either.
what he's running for. People are
Yeah.
literally supporting Biden just because he's not Trump. That's the only
Yeah.
And
reason.
that is the worst.
Honestly,
And that's the
that's kinda
worst.
his
Because
way.
we
Wait.
wanted Bernie Sanders. That most of the people wanted Bernie
Facts.
Sanders or
I ain't
Andrew
gonna lie.
Yang.
Yeah, at least with Bernie, you were like, all right,
You
he's
know?
gonna legalize weed, he's gonna get free college. But with Joe Biden, it's straight
Yeah.
up, he's the Democrat and he's
I'm a
not Trump.
Democrat.
That's it.
You're not black if you don't vote for
My
me.
man, listen.
That statement
Bernie
was wild.
Bernie Sanders was trying to get
That
stimulus
statement
checks
was
out. Listen, Bernie Sanders was trying to get stimulus checks
That was
out every
great.
month, bro. Bernie would have had my vote. He was trying to give like everyone above the age of 18 was eligible for $3,000 every month.
Oh, shit.
Bernie Sanders, bro. Like that's why they didn't want Bernie in office because they know Bernie
Yeah.
was gonna be for us. He was gonna be for the people. They don't want somebody for the
He's gonna
people.
cash out all the money.
They did that shit
Right,
to
we
him
need to
the
keep
last
that.
election, bro. Because Bernie Sanders was supposed to win 2016. He was supposed to be him and Trump in 2016, bro.
And
But they didn't want him
got
then.
fucking Hillary in there. They got Hillary in there. And then what did the people do? They voted for Hillary because they didn't like Trump. And who won? Trump.
Electoral
When I
college
seen-
said no.
Exactly. When I seen Hillary Clinton won the popular vote, but Donald Trump still won the election,
That's
I
how you know
legit
it's
would
bullshit.
ask people. I was like, so does your vote matter? Your vote matter. How? Who did you vote for? Hillary?
My vote
She
matters.
won the popular vote and lost the election. Your vote doesn't matter at all. Why vote?
At all.
Like legit. Like I understand people laid their lives and people marched and raved for people to vote, But what's the point of fucking voting if your vote doesn't
you
matter?
You can vote for other things besides president.
Like what?
Just,
oh yeah, I said like what? No, I know what you can vote for. I'm sorry, that was a dumb thing to say. I meant voting for the president. That's what I mean when I say why vote. I don't mean don't vote at all. Like, vote in your local election. That should actually.
Your vote doesn't matter. Period.
And you know what?
No,
your
vote matters.
If anywhere, would be your local
government.
Yeah.
Local government is.
We talking about our vote matters in 2020, bro. Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question.
Yes.
We said the local government. Local government.
Okay, I understand that. Okay. Can you vote for the people that are on the electoral college? Can you vote for them?
Why would you do that?
I don't believe so.
They voted. They. That's the reason why Trump's president, right?
I think he. Don't you? When you vote for
so
president,
why can't
delegates?
You can't vote for an electoral college member. You can't. They're appointed.
Yeah, you can't. President picks them. Somebody
does your vote matter? No, it doesn't. So why are we talking about this in 2020 like it actually matters? It doesn't.
Because Kanye's running. That's why.
No, I'm pretty sure you vote for the electoral college when you vote for president.
You vote.
Let's look it up,
guys. They're appointed. The electoral college is appointed. I thought that was the thing. Like
I'm pretty sure they're appointed.
I know the Supreme Court is appointed by the president. I don't know about the electoral college.
Who do you have to vote for?
What the people in their district?
Because you can't just have like the Republican electoral college and then the Democrat win in
I mean,
your
you would think that.
Too bad.
You would think they would vote for them because it's called the electoral college. Like you would think they would vote for them, but I'm pretty sure they appoint them. They're not.
But I'm pretty sure
for.
The people in the electoral college have to vote for whoever the people in their district chose.
I don't think they have to, but I think
maybe they don't have to, but like 99% of the time they do.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not freaking.
All I know is the electoral college better put my nigga Kanye in office. That's what I know.
I think this is what the people need, bro. They need someone like him.
Just had
not
Trump.
A politician.
You mean like Donald Trump?
Some
not a
business tycoon.
We just had someone like him. He was just white.
But he's white though.
Yeah, boo, white people.
But he's white though. Kanye.
Can you?
And then you have Kim Kardashian, nigga.
Oh,
you have white candy, bro.
All I'm saying is, if Kanye is actually running for president, we can actually vote for him. Donald Trump's winning. If Kanye's in there.
No.
Because no Republican is gonna vote for. Look, I'm just saying. I'm just
winning.
No,
he said
Donald Trump. If Kanye is in there,
winning.
Donald Trump is winning. Because Republicans are gonna vote for Donald Trump regardless.
No, they're not, bro. Trump is fucking up a lot. Trump is fucking up a lot of his support, bro. I'm telling you.
But to the point where they're gonna vote for Kanye West.
I mean, it's either Kanye.
You never know. Hey, it's 2020, bro. You never know, man.
All I'm saying is the people who might consider voting for Kanye, I feel like most of them are gonna be Democrat. And at that point,
is this.
Wait,
the Democrat vote is going to be split between Kanye and Joe Biden.
Kanye doesn't run as an independent.
He's winning that.
Nobody's actually.
I just think Kanye's vote affects Biden's shit more.
Wait, you guys
than
are being serious. You're going to vote for Kanye?
Who's to say he doesn't run as an independent?
No, I'm not joking. I'm dead ass voting for Kanye. I
wouldn't.
Like you actually
my vote doesn't matter. So I mean,
I'm about to say I didn't vote in the last election.
But I'm supporting him though. I'll support him though.
I'm supporting and voting. No, this is not me. Hey, Trump. Listen, Trump.
I guess I'm voting.
When Trump was running, voting for Trump was a meme, and that nigga fucking won. Shit, let's listen to a meme.
Exactly.
Okay. I'm like,
you're not wrong.
I'm legit voting for Kanye. Like I'm be one of the first ones to say it. I'm legit voting for Kanye. Because why the fuck not? We had Donald Trump in office, and we have Joe Biden.
Like this,
like there's no other better candidate. Like that.
He's not going to sugarcoat shit, bro. He's not. He's not. Can you
imagine waking up one day to the president of the United States dropping a fucking album? Can you imagine? Presidential shit.
Jesus.
Like, come on, man.
Now you about to drop
the presidential dropout, bro. The presidential dropout.
Electoral college.
And the president of the United States dropped a whole rap album. What?
Come on, bro.
Bro, can you imagine? It's 3 a.m.
So it's like,
It's 3 a.m.
Like I said, all I know, if y'all are thinking that same thing, that if you can vote for Kanye, you guys are gonna vote for Kanye, Donald Trump's winning, bro.
All I'm saying is
just because of how the votes will be split. That's all I'm saying.
3 a.m., bro. When it's 3 a.m.
No, that's fine if you want to support it. I'm just saying the splits will be fucked up because you can vote for Kanye, and that'll be in Trump's favor.
At 3 a.m. when you're laying in bed and Kanye's president, and you're like, you know what?
What if that's
going to hub?
How did we let this happen?
I'm gonna go.
What? I'm going to Canada. Oh, really? I'm going to Canada, huh?
Okay. What if on a hub and you can type in the first lady? What?
Hey, that would be a sexy ass first lady.
You can type in the first lady on the hub, bro. Come on, bro. That's game changing shit right there, bro.
That's the change we were looking for. That's the change.
That's the change I voted for. Yes, sir.
Hey, yo, what you listening to right now? The president. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you.
White House bangers.
If they want to show us that they actually care about Black lives, you'll let Ye be president. There we go.
You will let Ye be Ye.
Let Ye be president.
George Bush.
Damn playing
let Ye be Ye.
Jerseys.
Yeah.
Damn shutting off online servers and blacking out avatars. Fuck that. Make Kanye president if y'all care about Black lives.
Yeah. And then it came out that he said he wasn't really supporting Trump. Like later on, like he just did that to build up his case to be president.
So I don't know if that was true.
It got deleted? What do you mean?
I saw someone post it, like one of those big like hip hop pages, and then they deleted it like 5 minutes later. I forget which one.
Well, I know he was at a Black Lives Matter rally, so.
I mean, you can still
he was there. He was
support Trump and be at a Black Lives. No, you can't.
I'm about to say you don't know.
My thing is, it's saying that he's gonna run his campaign kind of like Trump, but he's gonna have like Bernie Sanders principles, Andrew Yang principles. But he's gonna run it like Trump.
I forgot about Andrew Yang.
So if that's the case, why wouldn't I vote for Ye? Why wouldn't I?
I completely forgot.
My man, didn't he say?
He's like, I'll give one kid.
Elon Musk say he'll be his vet or whatever it is.
Yeah, some people said he's just doing it to promote his album. I think Wordu said that, but I don't know.
Wordu did say that.
Yeah, he does this whenever he drops an album. It's always some bullshit.
He did that with the Wife of Pablo, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
Which was a fucking fantastic album, by the way. So this might be a good album. But all I'm saying is, even if he is running, even if he is running for president, and you got Elon Musk is the. Come on, man. Elon Musk?
The
dynamic yes, sir.
Yeah.
We gonna get stimulus Teslas.
The smartest man on the planet?
We are getting we're getting flying Teslas by 2024.
We're getting
stimulus
Teslas.
Stimulus Teslas.
Stimulus Tesla. My man's trying to put a subway in LA, bro. He's legendary.
Stimulus Teslas, yo.
Yes, sir.
Hey, yo, what you here for? I'm just trying to claim my Tesla.
My stimulus
Cashing
Tesla.
a bunch of food stamps for one Tesla.
That is.
Bro.
Hey,
but nah, for real, bro.
2020
this is what
has been so wild that I wouldn't be surprised if
and we're only
this is what America needs, bro. We need this, bro. We need this. I've been telling y'all. I told y'all this 4 years ago, bro. Y'all know me. I told y'all this. Stimulus.
But what if
stimulus Yeezys, bro?
Under the table, Kanye's trying to get votes away from Joe Biden because, like,
that's what a lot of people have been saying. That's what I was saying. Because it might just
the only votes he's gonna get.
Most of them will be Democrats.
Joe Biden.
Yeah.
Are they though? Because
I believe
Kanye's only views, like these past couple years, his views have been of a Republican. He's had Republican views.
Because like I said, most people
Republicans love Donald Trump. They're not.
But
most of the people who are voting for Joe Biden. Most of the people who are voting for Joe Biden is just because he's not Donald Trump. So now they have two options.
Literally.
So now that's going to be split into two little cups.
I can see. So I can see what you mean. Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Is it too late for him?
One of them, Sleepy Joe. The other one, we got.
Is it too late for him to register to actually become president? Because I know there's like a deadline to.
I still look at it too. Like, is it too late?
I don't think you need to register.
Not if he runs for independent. If he runs for independent, I don't think it's too late.
You can vote.
Yeah, I don't think he can register as Democrat but if you run,
that's what I was saying, bro. He has to run as an independent, bro. He has to, bro.
Well, yeah, I don't think he has any other option.
You get Green Party.
That would be crazy.
The Green Party.
Yeah, or like Green Party.
They probably already have their delegate too.
Yeah,
they kick him out.
Can you imagine being that person? Can you imagine being that person running in the Green Party that no one ever fucking
Imagine
knows?
trying to push the environment in 2020.
And a nigga wins, bro.
We got
That's
bigger
crazy.
business to take care of right now. The environment.
Nah, when
The
Greta
environment's
Thunberg's
trying to kill
35.
us.
Nobody's
y'all
on that
trying to-
right now. Nobody's on the environment wave right now.
Because the environment's
Yes, a
trying
lot
to
of-
kill us. That's why.
the
The
environment
damn
can wait.
sickness that came from bats in the fucking lab. Well, it's not from the environment then if it came from bats in labs, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, but y'all got anything to say more?
Let yay be yay.
The last topic I have is not political, so if y'all got anything else to say off your chest.
Let
Kanye
yay be
20.
yay. Elon Musk, vice president. Kim Kardashian, first lady.
First lady.
Pusha T, Secretary of Treasury.
Oh my god.
You know,
This nigga's gonna have all
You
the
were
good
hiding
music
a
in the White
child
House.
head ass.
He's gonna have all the good music in the White House. Stop it.
We got to get
whole
Waka
good
Flocka
music crew.
Flame.
My nigga Kid Cudi
I know,
gonna be
who was
Secretary
it?
of State.
Was
Stop
it
it.
Waka Flocka Flame?
DJ Khaled, Secretary of Foreign Relations. You know,
Foreign relations.
Nah, that's
He just
designers.
calls up Great Britain.
Nah, that's
We the
designer.
best.
What do you mean? We let designer
Hey,
handle that.
designer.
Hey, watch the segue. Speaking of designers, Virgil Abloh.
Oh, God.
Oh
Hey,
wow.
yo, so Pop
Virgil
Smoke's
Abloh?
album released this week, and first of all, rest in peace to Pop Smoke. But
Forget this smoke.
that's a fact.
Sir,
But
sir.
did y'all see the cover Virgil did for Pop Smoke?
Yes.
No.
No, I didn't
Oh,
actually,
that
but I
shit.
heard about it.
That shit was
blasphemy.
disrespectful.
They edited
Like,
out
it
this
looked like
man's
something
ear
a
for no
12
reason.
It looked like something a 12-year-old could make. That
Yeah, that shit looks like the stuff,
Really?
the stuff we did in 6th grade graphic design class.
You
That's
know how people
terrible.
were shitting on. You know how people were shitting on the 2K cover because like independent artists could make better 2K covers.
Mhm.
It was pretty much that.
Bro,
'Cause
what
they
is
pretty much
this?
They looked up they looked up the first
What
picture
is
of
this?
Pop Smoke. You can look up on
Man
Google.
literally just looked up Pop Smoke on Google Images and took that image.
And pretty much put it on What a Time to Be Alive.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
and
saying,
called
bro.
it a day.
put him behind bars.
And
Barbed
this
wire.
is the head of Louis Vuitton. We're
Why
talking
they-
about designing
But
that
why
shit.
did they take off
So-
his ear?
Yo, I need to
don't-
see that shit. That's why I haven't seen that.
Why did, and they also made his tattoo darker, I think.
Yo, sometimes I question if Virgil's even black, bro.
I forgot who said it, but someone said Virgil might. He's not as good of a designer as
No, definitely
Well,
not.
clearly
I've seen
not.
this.
Clearly, he's not.
He's
That
the
shit
one.
was
He's the
ass.
off-white guy, right? He just
yeah,
like,
off white.
puts quotes
Yeah.
on it. He's like shoe or something like that.
Shoot.
Shoot.
Tape.
This
Yeah,
nigga
but
needs to
he-
be canceled, bro.
I mean, he's had some hits in the past with the album covers. He made
Watch the Throne.
Watch the Throne. He made Love Is Rage 2.
He made the ASAP.
so if he
Rocky.
can make those covers, what? Okay, this is how I know he's just doing this on purpose now. You
He
made the
delegated
Watch the
it.
Throne
He's
cover, and now you're making this, bro?
They paid him $50 to make that, and he said, "You know what? This is that for I'm gonna put in."
Bro, that is disrespectful, bro.
It's not even like the one they remade was all that.
Yeah, they just like a black rose now or something. Not bad, but
but,
I
yeah.
mean,
It's not bad, but
it was last minute too because everyone hated it. They're like, "Shit, what are we gonna do?"
Has anyone heard the album?
Yeah,
Or
I liked it.
yeah,
I've heard that.
I liked it.
In my unprofessional opinion, 4 out of
The beat
5.
production is really, really good. I could say
I haven't
that.
heard it. I don't
The
listen.
Beat selection.
I didn't listen to Pop Smoke when he was alive, and I'm not one
It
of them
sounds-
fake people, so I'm not gonna listen to it.
I mean,
Thank you for let's
you
keeping
can
it
still
up.
like it.
Keeping it
I
up.
tried it
I didn't-
because I
I
honestly didn't know
You-
about
if you like
Pop
50
Smoke that
Cent-
much until he died. So
I mean, I didn't like Pop Smoke when he was. I didn't like his music. I'm sorry, I ain't gonna say I didn't like Pop Smoke. I didn't like his music when he was alive. So what?
Yeah.
Him dying is gonna make me like it.
I like
no.
Christopher Walken.
I only
like
heard
that
the
song,
Dior
but-
song when he was.
I
alive,
gave it a
Dior.
chance because people said it was good. So and
I heard
it's not.
people was telling me his music was good when he was alive, and I listened to it. I was like, this shit is trash, and I'm not listening to it.
Only Black Twitter thinks his music is good. Listen,
Bangers.
Listen,
Bangers.
it's not a man. Listen, it is okay to be consistent. I was saying Pop Smoke's music was trash when he was alive. I'm gonna say it after he's alive.
But you didn't even listen to it, so
Dom
how
goes
can you
straight to
say it's trash?
Comethazine. It's all right, bro.
Hey, man.
wrote
Comethazine is the standard, bro.
I don't like. Listen,
Oh.
He is a standard in hip hop.
I don't like. First of all, Comethazine is not my standard, even though Comethazine.
But I know in your eye.
I don't know why, but Dom and
since Word
Comethazine
But I know in your
just
eye.
connected.
Does he even like
time.
comethazine that much?
I
Or we
do.
just...
I love
Comethazine.
I got
He
all
said he
comethazine
loves
albums on my phone.
comethazine,
I
bro.
love that.
Comethazine stan.
Comethazine
You
music.
love
is lit.
comethazine's
I
I've
music?
never
love
seen the
the music, bro.
comethazine stand.
Comethazine music goes hard, bro. I fuck with
You're
comethazine.
trolling.
But that
Pop
is
Smoke's
not
music
trolling.
goes hard too.
Bro, I like country music too, bro. I like all types of music. It's not just
Oh.
No, it's
Pop
not
Smoke
country.
music.
It's
does
hip hop.
not- Pop Smoke's music
Pop-
does not go hard. Stop it. I'm
What?
sorry.
Bro, what?
doesn't.
Comethazine's
It
name
doesn't.
is Frank
Say that one more
Childress,
time.
bro.
Say that one more time.
Pop Smoke's music does not go hard.
That's tough.
Next topic, bro.
Motherfuckers get.
That's cap.
Listen, you know what? I'm not gonna go there.
Yeah,
I'm not
I-
gonna. I'm not
I wanna
gonna
say
keep it a
he-
buck right now.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna
Oh
keep it a
my
buck.
God.
I'm gonna keep it a nickel for a second because keeping it a nickel right now. I'm just gonna hold my tongue, man. Because
Or did you listen to it?
Oh, I gotta charge my
He
AirPods.
sounds a lot more like 50 Cent on this one than his last.
does he?
Yeah. You like
Oh,
50 Cent?
still not gonna listen to it.
Man, I
That's
like
tough.
50 Cent a little bit, you know?
Comethazine's name is
I-
Frank Childress, bro.
I used to
Please stop.
like 50 Cent when I was like in middle school. Yeah,
Frank
What do
Childress.
you think about? What do you
That's
think
what you
about the album?
The album was really good. I like the beat selection.
What would you rate it out
that
of 5?
song out of 10? I rated
Out of 5, I said.
out of 10. Nigga, I don't rate shit out of 5. Who does that?
He said rated out of 5
Yeah.
out of 10.
Out of 10, I rated.
Let me get out of
he wants to give it a
7.
7.
It's really good.
A 7.5, so
7.5.
pretty much a 4 out of 5.
No, more no. If he
That's
gave it
really an
7.5,
eight.
that's like
That's
a
really
3
an
out of
8.
5.
Dude, bro, do you know how math
7.5
works?
is.
An 8 out of 10 is a 4
That's
out
why
of
I like to
5.
judge it on a 10. On a 10.
He didn't say 8.
Not a
He said
5.
at first
10,
he
10
said
gives you more
7.5.
samples, Justin. That's what I told you, bro.
Why would I judge shit based on an odd?
10 gives you
scale,
more
nigga?
samples,
A
you know what I'm
10 is
saying?
an
More
even number I could
in-betweens.
use. I could use even numbers, bro. Why is my?
Did you say
AirPods-
7.5 is an even number? Pop. Can't say pop. Forget the smoke.
Pop Smoke, the best
All right.
song off of
Wait,
that
yeah.
is No Snitching featuring Quavo and Future.
Some
Best
people
song.
were upset about the features. That's one thing I saw.
Who was featured on it? Who was the feature?
They were just upset. They're like, oh, there's a bunch of dudes that... Hold on, let me pull it up right now. Hold up.
bunch of dudes
I
who
know
we
that-
probably wouldn't have done songs with.
I know
No,
Pop
that's
Smoke
not-
and
it's
Quavo
not
were
even
cool,
that.
so I understood that though.
They wanted
What?
like more underground New York. Like it's all
Nigga,
big.
Jay Critch,
Why?
bro. And,
Why?
Because that's what he was. That's what he was.
First of all, he was definitely above the underground label. He actually broke into mainstream. He broke into mainstream. He did. He broke into mainstream. He was
Listen,
just
Quavo-
getting there.
He had a
But
song.
there-
He had a song with Quavo while he was alive, though, so that's not fair.
All I'm
Lil
saying.
Baby, Dub Baby, Sway Lee, Future.
All right, now I can see why people would be pissed off. Now,
why is
Lil
Sway
TJ
Lee on there? Number one.
Yeah,
Only thing I don't like
Lil
is when
TJ's
somebody
fine.
dies.
yeah. He had a song with Lil TJ before. He had a song with Lil TJ and Quavo. I know
But
that.
Lil TJ's a New York artist, so that makes sense.
Yeah.
But my
He's
only
actually had a few
problem
songs
is
with Lil TJ.
when you throw so many mainstream, like obvious mainstream guys on
Exactly.
somebody's project after they die,
But
you don't know if that person wanted that person on the song. You don't know.
I think
like-
Roddy. Then I don't think he had a song with Roddy, but I think Roddy knew him. I saw him post something. Yeah, but like Sway Lee, Dub Baby.
And Sway Lee
Yeah.
was like rapping, nigga. That shit was awful.
I don't think. Listen.
Yeah, I want some sing
I
songs.
was like Pop Smoke and Sway Lee. That didn't even sound like.
I mean, they didn't
But-
have that
Pop
much. I
Smoke.
mean,
Y'all listen to the new Pop Smoke and Sway Lee.
Sway Lee, like stop it. Like, no,
I mean, he
that doesn't
he
even.
died what, like 2 weeks after his last mixtape, so he didn't have that much material.
Yeah, he
That's
didn't.
why they needed all these features, right? That's what I'm assuming.
I'm
Plus,
I'm
some
waiting
of the
for
songs-
that Juice
Some of the
WRLD.
songs sounded like
That Juice
outtakes of his
WRLD,
other
yeah.
songs.
And that's
Like,
the problem. My thing is, if you're mixing the songs, like if you like 50 Cent, wasn't 50 Cent in charge of running this album, right? Am I not like trying to get it out?
Yeah,
If I'm not
yeah,
mistaken.
I believe so.
50 Cent is a legend in the rap game. You know goddamn well what sounds right and what sounds wrong on the song. Don't
Yeah.
force some shit on a song just to get it out. Like if it's not ready to be put out, don't put the shit out. Just let it be like a little leak fucking verse on YouTube or something.
as I made it seem. The Sway wasn't crazy about the Sway Lee's. There was one song, you guys know his song "Get Back" from the last mixtape. There's a song, I don't remember which one, but it sounded so similar. I was like, I swear, this is just an old version of "Get Back." Like, it's literally like the same. The hook's like almost the same.
Yeah.
Like some of the stuff on here. Plus, there's a lot of like reused lyrics. I'm like, this is just
All I
outtakes
know
from this
is
other
they
song.
better not do that shit to Juice WRLD's album, or I'm causing a riot.
They're not doing that to Juice WRLD. They're not doing.
I heard
Well,
that.
Juice WRLD makes
I heard
better
the
music,
whole,
so that's hard.
The whole label
That's gonna be
cried when they heard it, like privately. So I don't know. If that's
Yeah, because I
yeah.
listen. 9 times out of 10, he's talking about himself dying on pills on the album. That's probably why.
Yeah.
Because his Goodbye and Good Riddance, it was nothing but him talking about popping pills, and he had a couple songs talking about overdosing.
Yeah.
Death Race for Love was nothing about. I mean, yeah, his singles are nice, but I'm saying, like when BSOLZ says like I seen that thing too, where he said, the label cried when they heard the song.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he was talking about how he died. Like that was Juice WRLD's whole niche was about him being a fucking. He was a young Future. He was talking about his drug addictions, and because he died because of his drug addiction, now it's so much sadder. Like no, he's been telling us this for years now. I'm not in a situation to where I could be like, oh, Juice, you're talking about popping pills, man. Let me give you a hug. I'm a nobody to him, so it's nothing I can do. Motherfuckers in the industry, niggas on a label. I hope someone in the rap industry hears this. You're a piece of shit. Like a lot of you niggas in the rap game are pieces of shit because y'all sit by and let niggas make 3 albums talking about how depressed and how much pills they pop. Y'all go to these parties and see these niggas doing these drugs. Y'all see all this and do nothing. Y'all just let it happen.
I mean, you don't know they do nothing. They don't control them.
Get the fuck out of here.
They
man.
don't. They can't. I mean,
you're the label. You definitely control them. You're the label. You control them. You tell that nigga when to go.
What are you gonna say?
You tell him when to drop the album.
No more Xannies and you're a timeout. Like,
bro, yes, you're the label. That is, you legit have this man signed under a contract. If he does something stupid, you have the right to fucking put him in rehab, or not put him in rehab, but you have the right to do
NBA
whatever.
Does that shit with the drugs and shit.
Like you have all these legal obligations you can put a motherfucker through and give them lawyers and lawyer them. You can do all that shit when they're going through legal problems, but you can't help them when it's their life. Come on, bro. That's fake. That's fucking fake. That reminds me of the fucking FaZe Rain thing. Like that shit pissed me off. I'm like, bro, FaZe, he's on fucking live popping all. This nigga popped about 10 pills and washed it down with lean. Well, FaZe, the video game clan, one of their like OG members, he's going through some shit right now. And don't get me wrong, he might end up dead. I'm calling now. If he keeps this shit up and no one does anything, he's gonna be dead in the next 2 weeks. I'm giving him 2 weeks. Because the way he's popping pills and doing shit, the shit's terrible. He was just doing that shit in the open on fucking live. And to his defense, the FaZe dudes pulled up. Now, personally, I think it's just because the attention that it was bringing and everybody blowing him up, but still, they pulled up on him and got him to stop and tried to at least talk to him. That's effort. At least I got to see some effort. You know they tried. That's all I'm asking. Just fucking try.
Like when Kid Cudi went to rehab, he had a lot of support with that too. That was that like
it's not like motherfuckers won't support you if you're trying to better your life. Like you can really go and better yourself with motherfuckers that fuck with you. Like you don't need that shit. I understand taking it recreationally, pop a pill or two just for a good time, but once you're doing that shit, I'm not endorsing it. Listen, I get it. I get it. I'm saying, yo, you're grown, you're an adult, live your life, have fun, but be responsible. Just like with drinking. Yeah. Be responsible. Don't be reckless, bro. Like
especially if you go as far as to say it a lot in your songs and pretty much build a whole brand about popping pills and shit. Like
it's hard to listen to his music now. And I'm a big Juice WRLD fan. Know almost damn near all his songs. Like I know all of Juice's songs when I hear him. It is hard to listen to this man's music now. Cause he literally has verses talking about how he's going to die young, bro. He talked about how he told his girl he's going to die young. 21. Like, bro, he says this stuff in his music, and it's like I was just sitting there bobbing in my car listening to it. Boom, he's gone from that same shit. And I'm like, damn, now I listen to it, I'm rapping the lyric, and I have to stop. And I'm like, fuck. He really ain't make it past 21. Fuck, he really did die young off the pills, like he said. Like, that shit's hard.
Yeah.
That's just tough, bro. That's just tough.
Yeah, but rest in peace, Jesus Christ. Rest in peace, Pop Smoke. Rest in peace, Juice WRLD. Rest in peace to all these young legends.
Rest in peace, Kobe, because he died right after them two, too.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
What'd you say, Justin?
The singles that he's had, like Bandit came out while he was alive, right?
Yeah, Bandit came out when he was alive.
Righteous was after. He had that song with Trippie Redd that came out a couple weeks ago. Are these all from the album, do you think? Or is it going to be completely new?
Probably. I don't know. I really held off on listening to
Maybe
any
not
Juice
Bandit
WRLD
because...
music. I mean,
Yo,
not
who's
Bandit.
fidgeting their mic?
It's Wordu. I know for a fact it's Wordu.
Whatever.
Look at it. He's not even there. He's Jesus.
This man word, dude.
But
Go ahead.
But now, Bandit, I'm pretty sure they'll throw Bandit on the album. But what the only new Juice I heard was him and that kid Leroy. His feature on there.
Go.
And even that was hard because in the music video,
You didn't hear Righteous? That was a popular one, right?
I didn't hear that one. I don't. I mean, I'm not really a big Trippie Red guy that much anymore. So
No, that's not the Trippie Red one.
That's him by himself. Is it him by himself? I didn't see that one. I didn't even see that one when it came out. That's crazy.
That's probably my favorite one.
I'm gonna have to go check that out one then. But yeah, I didn't see Righteous whenever it dropped.
Oh my god.
My freaking AirPods keep fucking dying.
games in your phone?
You put in that, is this thing on? Are you good?
Yeah, I'm gonna just use
Put that in the thumbnail. Put that in the thumbnail.
Yeah, we about to end it soon anyway, so.
All right. But yeah, man, Pop Smoke, man.
We've been talking about Juice WRLD the past 30 minutes, and he brings it back to Pop Smoke, but we're closing it out anyways. Yeah, rest in peace to the young legends. Rest in peace to Juice, Pop Smoke, Kobe. Lost a lot of good people this year around.
Usual like Kobe.
Yeah, but I guess that's pretty much it for this week's podcast. Sorry about the lighting, everyone. Like, the lighting has been inconsistent as fuck this whole podcast because there was dead ass sunlight outside and then it just went.
Good news for my hockey fans. NHL will host a season. What's it say? We'll host season as players.
Nobody cares about hockey, nigga.
That was
back, baby.
By the way, that was a real yawn. Hockey really made me yawn. Like, I'm not even. That wasn't even like a joke yawn. I really yawned when you brought up hockey.
That was an organic yawn, bro.
Hey,
that was an
to
organic
the white
yawn.
demographic. Apparently, hockey's back, so that's a good thing. You know what I'm saying? Got some white listeners out there. Shout out to the white.
I
listeners.
love Wayne Gretzky.
Okay,
keep your stick on the ice, boys. Good job.
But I guess we should do outros now. Justin, say goodbye to the people, bro.
GG. Shout out Tim, the OG. Fuck Wordu for being 2 hours late.
Boo.
Had Wordu been here on time, BSOLZ light wouldn't have been inconsistent.
Bro,
the sunlight.
Like, I have this big ass window, you know what I'm saying?
I had the sun right there, but you know
that's what I'm saying.
An hour and 45 minutes late.
Yeah,
with tight ass shirts.
Where do go ahead and say goodbye to the people, bro.
Nigga was rushing his girlfriend house.
What up, y'all? It's your boy Alex Wardu, aka Wardu the Dude. You know what I'm saying? EP on the way, Money on the Road video with my man Mr. V-Ron coming soon to your DSPs. Follow me on Instagram at Word of the Dude. Follow me on Twitter at Word of the Dude. Add me on Snapchat, CEO Chief Skeet. Add me on SoundCloud at Alex Wardu. I don't know if there's an ad there, but subscribe, like and subscribe. You know,
your
1K
sleeves come up to your
view
armpits.
video. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? We're doing good. Shout out to everyone in the comments. All the chat niggas, you know what I'm saying? Free my nigga Academics, bro. They suspended Academics, man. Free my nigga Academics, bro. Just because Chrissy Teigen got butt hurt and booty tickled about, you know, something about John Legend and his numbers and his album being trash. You know, free my man Academics, man. Free my man. But yeah,
on Twitch,
out, man.
Where'd he get canceled?
He got suspended on Twitch and he got suspended on Everyday Struggle because of comments he said to Chrissy Teigen about and something about John Legend and his album not doing good. I guess he dropped the album. It did terrible, and then he talked about Chrissy Teigen dissing him and called Chrissy Teigen a rodent, something like that.
A rodent, yo. Yeah, I tried checking out. I tried checking out Everyday Struggle a couple weeks ago, and from when Joe Budden was on there, that shit fell the fuck off, bro.
It did.
Who is that new nigga? Wayno? Who is he?
He's pretty chill, but
I
works for he's like he's an executive for Asylum.
He's part of Rock Nation somehow.
Listen, him with Academics is fucking boring. Okay, listen, I don't like Joe Budden, but at least it was fucking funny watching him.
No,
yell at the top of
Wayno's
his
chill. It's
lungs.
just he's not really as entertaining as Joe. Because Joe would that ass yell at you for no reason. Yeah, but
that was his whole shtick, though. They're
yeah,
for academics, man.
Yeah, Dom, say goodbye to the people, bro.
All right, people, man, follow me on Twitter at Dom Church. I be on that motherfucker talking crazy with the basketball takes all day, every day. Add me on Snapchat at Dom Church, or is it Dom Church 1? Either or, it's Dom Church. Just put that bitch in. I'll be on Instagram. Fuck Instagram. Word do your shirt's tight, and fuck 2020. Rest in peace, all the legends.
Don't forget,
Your shirt is too loose. I can see it titties.
We
Don't
got
hide
very
them,
special guests in the
I
building.
can see you're skinny and your shirt make you like you got titties. I don't want to hear that shit. You're
And you're
way
wearing a
taller than
turtleneck.
me, and that tight ass shirt got your shit looking like titty. Stop.
I'm not even wearing a
That's
shirt
not
under
like
too,
mine.
bro.
First of all,
Yo,
you put your girlfriend's shirt
Pride
on rushing
Month
out of the
was
house.
last
You need to get that
month,
shit back. Give your girlfriend shirt back, Wordu. That's what you need to do.
That ass.
The plug.
All right, bro. But next 2 weeks, y'all better stay tuned. I don't know if we're. Well, it's before
Special guests in the
before
building.
the NBA comes back, and we got some special guests coming
Got
up. I
that
think you guys
heat.
got
All
that
I'm saying
heat. You know
is-
what I'm
Fire.
saying?
After these
That
next
fire.
2 weeks, if you was a day one, it'll be nice to let it be known now, because after these next 2 weeks, all I'm saying is shit's gonna change around here. shit's gonna listen. I'm gonna start
Shit.
like,
His
word
shirt's
the
gonna
next
get
2
tighter.
weeks. Listen,
His chain's gonna get bigger.
first after these next few weeks, I'm being this motherfucker acting like word do. Okay, look, shit about to change. Y'all better go ahead and like and subscribe
Yeah.
now before everybody else do. Just saying.
Hey, we're making some moves, man. It's a slow grind. Like I said, I really didn't expect anything out of the podcast for the first 4 or 5 months, and we're on episode 6 or 7, and I think we're exceeding expectations already. But it's a slow grind. Stay with us for the ride. But we'll see y'all
Follow
next
our
week.
Ja
journey.
Morant expectations right now. Got the Ja Morant expectations. Ain't
That's a
nobody
fact,
see this
bro.
coming.
That's
No
a
one
fact.
seen
All
this
right,
coming.
we'll see y'all next week, man. Peace.
Free
Keep your
academics,
stick
man.
on